Look, I've been saying it. One of the last videos I did, I talked about it. I don't know what's going on with these kids, man, but you know, I'm noticing a trend. Now, I know that this is old, right? But even still, it's just odd. Welcome back, everyone. This is Bruce GNT, and we are here to talk about those 3 Florida teens that was sentenced to, I want to say 9 life sentences. Like, they're not ever getting out. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in, then we're going to discuss it after.
2 teens will spend the rest of their lives in prison for a triple murder in Marion County. Robert Robinson was just sentenced.
Taj Bruton learned his punishment this morning. Both took a plea deal in the case. Fox 35's Marie Ettinger is hearing from the families of the people who were killed.
Family members spoke often through tears. The judge addressed these crimes too, calling them heinous and saying he didn't see any other possible sentence he could have given.
As painful as it is to say, I hope, may God forgive me, that the boys who did this are haunted every day by what they've done.
An emotional day in the courtroom, and gasps when new details came out about cell records showing the murders may have been premeditated.
If we bang Sosa and Layla, you have to shoot the in the trunk.
Bruton was going to knock off Michael Hodo. Okay. Did he explain to you what he thought that meant? I believe he explained that to the other deputy or to the other detectives, but basically he said to kill him.
Court documents had revealed before the kids in this case were all riding around committing armed robberies, but up until now we didn't know what led up to the shootings.
The why was because of wanting a firearm that Mr. Hodo had.
A family member of one of the victims explained Michael Hodo was dating Layla Silvernail. They were friends with Camille Quarles. Hodo had previously had some beef with the defendants in this case, Christopher Atkins, Taj Bruton, and Robert Robinson.
I asked him why he was friends with them again. His reply, "You don't understand. These Walhall boys don't play. This is the only way I stay safe, is to be friends again."
Investigators say the 3 suspects and 3 victims were hanging out. These are all 16 and 17-year-olds we're talking about, except for one 12-year-old, Chris Atkins. Bruton shot and killed Hodo. Robinson shot and killed Silvernail. Then Atkins says Robinson threatened to kill him if he didn't shoot Quarles. She survived, so Robinson shot her a second time.
I have watched my son reflect on his actions with shame, regret, and heartbreak.
Robinson and Bruton.
I'm going to tailor my words carefully when I say this. Your son's a demon. Those kids right there, kids, I guess you could say that, straight demons. They're menaces. They're terrorists to their own people. And when I mean people, I don't mean black people. I mean just the people in their area, the people in their neighborhood. First of all, one of them is 12 years old. I think the one that had like the low cut hairstyle and everything like that looked like he was speaking, couldn't hear anything. I think he was the one that was the youngest one. Where are the parents? That's my question. They got these young kids out here, all under the age of 18, right around committing armed robbery. And then they got that girl, which, look, it be what it be. You know, you got to pick your friends carefully. You got to pick the people that you associate with carefully, because look at this now. Now she catch her death. And it's a sad thing. And my heart goes out to the family, but people need to keep an eye on their kids. People need to keep an eye on who they're hanging around, like who their kids are hanging around. I had I guess you could say, kind of overprotective parent. And she was very much like, I need to know who your friends are. I need to know their parents and everything like that. I used to hate that growing up. But now, as I am now, like the age I am now, I'm glad for it, because I avoided all this bullshit. Because this is just insane that they got these young kids just driving around. Do the parents not know where the kids at? Do they not know what they're doing? Because this isn't a first occurrence. The whole killing and everything like that, maybe, but the whole robbery, that's not first occurrence. And you're talking about you've seen your son reflect on his actions. Where were you as the parent? I'm not saying you could be on top of your kid 24/7. That's not possible. But what was the disconnect, huh? Because if you're trying to insinuate that, you know, oh, well, you know, he's so sorry for this and everything like that, you raised the monster. You raised the monster. If you have good morals and good standing, but yet your child doesn't, where was the disconnect? That's my question.
Both pleaded no contest. The judge says they'll spend the rest of their lives behind bars.
I'm not going to make excuses for it or blame anybody but myself. I just want to apologize.
Atkins pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to 40 years in prison, the mandatory minimum.
I think that is the best justice that we could have hoped for.
Yep. Make sure no one else's child has to go through anything like that. His life is basically done. 40 years from now, I know people that they go away for a year, 2 years. They come out, everything look different to them. It look different to them. 40 years? Psh. And that's if he make it. Parents need to pay attention to their kids are hanging around. They need to pay attention and be, it's sad to say, on top of your kids, especially in this day and age where technology has such a big influence. You need to be the bigger influence. And it may seem rich coming from me. I'm not a parent, but I'm just saying.
A psychologist also spoke, talking about how these are juveniles. Their brains aren't fully formed. That affects their ability to make decisions. Because they're juveniles, they will have the ability to appeal their sentence in 25 years.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of that bullshit response. They don't understand their actions. You know it's wrong to pick up a gun and shoot someone. You know that. There's unless you're mentally unfit, mentally disabled, there's no way you don't know that. You know that. It doesn't take much brain power. Besides a 12-year-old, you can make a decent case, and not really. The rest of them was 16, 17. A few years away from 18. Does it all of a sudden, oh yeah, they just get it now? That is the most piss poor excuse ever. It does not take much to know that you shouldn't be going around doing the things that you're doing. And you know what? Because we have these things set in place is why this is perpetuated so much. Because a lot of these kids know they're going to get off either by being sent to juvie or a slap on the wrist in certain cases, and then they go on to perpetuate even more heinous crimes. And honestly, I'm at the point where they need to find some way to reprimand or punish these parents, because these are juveniles, right? Meaning they are not fully take care of themselves. So where are you? Where are you? They need to start finding these parents. They need to start telling these parents, hey, look, either you take this fine or you take half this prison sentence. Something needs to happen. I mean, that's not realistic, but you know. A fire needs to be lit under some of these parents' asses, because y'all having kids and y'all just sending them off to the wild, and then they out here causing destruction and havoc. Come on now. It's ridiculous. That's it for this video. I mean, this one's short. I wanted to talk about this before and a whole lot earlier, but I got caught up with some other things. So yeah, that's really it. Like I said, I've been noticing a trend. Kids just younger and younger, just wilding out, you know, harming people, killing people. It's scary. It's scary. I don't know. We got to do something. Something needs to change. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think can be done to adjust this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of this is not just upbringing. It's environment as well. And I feel sorry for those kids that are born in these environments. But at the end of the day, it's still... there's so much more that goes into it. So tell me what you think can be done. And especially when it comes to like parents, like, do you think they should also incur some of the responsibility and some of the punishments when it comes to their children inflicting all these heinous acts on other people? Or like, what do you think? And subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.